Reading comprehension strategies. Using context clues to understand vocabulary. Let's start by looking at what context actually is. The context is the setting or the situation in which something occurs. If you imagine a slice of pizza and you imagine it in a restaurant setting, on a plate, on a laid table with a glass of wine and fire burning in the background, then this is an attractive thought. If you imagine that pizza in the middle of a dirty road on a manhole cover, then it's a less attractive thought. This is how context can change things. Now, authors or writers, when they use unknown words within passages of writing, they often give hints or clues as to the meaning of the word, using context, using the different words around that particular word. And we call these hints context clues. So why do we use context clues? Now, have a look at this picture. What do you think this could be? Difficult, isn't it? Not many people will be able to say what this is. However, if I show you the whole picture and give you the picture that surrounds the image, then it's very easy to identify what this image is. If I'd asked the question differently and said, "What is this in this square?" I'm sure many of you would have answered straight away, the top of a beak. Let's have a look at this using words. Now, do you know the meaning of the word ubiquitous? It's a difficult word. Now let's have a look at this word in a sentence and see if the words surrounding this unfamiliar word, ubiquitous, see if the words surrounding it can help you to figure out the meaning of the word. Cell phones have become ubiquitous. You can see and hear them everywhere. So what do you think ubiquitous means? Unaffordable, complicated, or widespread? Of course, it's widespread. Everywhere is the giveaway word. If the phones are everywhere, they must be widespread. So the context helps you to figure out that ubiquitous means widespread. Here's another example. During his lecture, the ornithologist described his research on western spotted owls as well as many other birds. So what is an ornithologist? Well, we know it's somebody who does lectures, and we know it's somebody who has done research on western spotted owls and many other birds. So an ornithologist, we can guess, is a person who studies birds. So there are 6 different types of context clues. Firstly is definition clue. Many times the writer will actually give the definition of the unknown word. And the second thing is a synonym clue. A synonym is a word that has the same or similar meaning to another word. The third thing is example clue. Often writers will actually include an example to help illustrate what a word means. The fourth thing is contrast. Sometimes writers actually say the opposite of what a word means to help you understand it. The fifth thing we call inference. This is when we make an educated guess as to what the word means by looking at the information around it. And the 6th way of working out what an unknown word means is by looking at the word parts. The beginnings of the words, the endings of the words, or prefixes, suffixes. Now, we will be coming back to this in a further lesson, so today we will just be looking at the first 5. So let's start with definition clues. Often the author will give a definition of a word that they think may be unknown to many people. Usually this is indicated using commas, dashes, or parentheses, otherwise known as brackets. Here is an example. if you didn't know the word parentheses, I have given you a definition by writing the word brackets in brackets. Let's have a look at some more definition clue examples. There was a consensus or unified opinion among the students that the exam was difficult. Now we know a consensus means a unified opinion because the author has actually put that definition in there using commas. Let's have a look at another one. The continents and ocean basins of the Earth's crust are separated from the Earth's liquid core by the mantle, a layer of solid rock 1,800 miles thick. So here, what is mantle? We know it's a layer of solid rock 1,800 miles thick. This is another common tool used by authors and writers, a dash followed by a definition. In police investigations, interrogation or examination by questioning is vital, but it can be psychologically and emotionally draining to the person who is being questioned. So here, we know what the word interrogation means because the definition follows it in brackets or parentheses.